Hey everyone, how you doing today? Shinjoi here, and I'm going to bring you a guide on leveling the Ranger Soul levels 30 through 50. And it's pretty simple. Let's go on ahead and take a look at the build here, see what we got. I'm going to show you 3 builds with this. Previously in my 1 through 30 guide, I showed you 2 builds. The Marksman Ranger Assassin build and the Marksman Ranger Bard build. I'm going to show you a third build as well today that you could possibly use in those. So our Marksman Ranger build is pretty standard. 18 points in Marksman to get Marksman's Pedestal, 5 in Single-Minded Focus, 3 in Sharpshooter, 5 in Increased Firepower, and then 5 in Penetrating Shots. Going over to the Ranger tree, we have 5 in Eagle Eye, 2 points in Improved Quick Shot. The reason we don't put 3 is we want to allow that bleed to tick. 2 points in Killing Focus. I put my extra point in Bolster. You can put it in Enduring if you choose. Then we're going to go ahead and pick up Piercing Shot, Exposure, Trick Shot, or Piercing Shot, Exposure, Bestial Fury, then Trick Shot, I'm sorry. Then finish off Bestial Fury, Blood Rage, Opportunity, Rain of Arrows, Improved Trick Shot, Prey on the Weak, King of the Jungle, Hasten Call, and then lastly, Call the Blood Raptor for 31 points. Then in the Assassin tree, the reason we go into Assassin tree is multifold. We want to pick up the damaging abilities in there, 5% increased hit, 4% increased physical damage for Murderous Intent. We have to put 3 points somewhere. I stick them in Serrated Blades. Then we pick up 5/5 in Cruel Vengeance. Critical hits increase our damage by 10% for 10 seconds. And then 2 points in Magnifying Pain for increased critical hit damage and healing bonus. By doing so, we pick up a couple of poisons that we can use. Virulent Poison, which gives us extra damage on our attacks, and then Lethal Poison, which increases our critical hit chance against a mob by 5% for 15 seconds. And with Lethal Poison, that'll be rolling pretty continuously on any type of boss mods that you're going to be using. And so that's our build at this point. We're looking at maximizing our DPS in this build while we're leveling. This is not necessarily an in-game max DPS build, though it does fairly decent. And it's pretty good. I'll show you how this works multi-target here in 1 second. Alright, here we go, taking out, and what is that, just a regular minor invasion. Have him go in, and there we go, burn him down, using Rain of Arrows. We do our heal, build up combo points, we do our heal again. Oh, Rain of Arrows. Oh, they're all dead. Alright. Have him come over and pick up that one. Go back to that one. Heal him back up. Trick Shot. Finisher. Some more Trick Shot. Alright, he's dead. Go on to our regular stuff now. Take him out. And it's over and done with. Pretty simple on the multi-target. Going ahead, send them in. Divert Rage, heal, Trick Shot to 5 points. Then we're going to use Concussive Blast. After Concussive Blast, use Rain of Arrow to burn them down, making sure that you keep your heal up on your pet. If a mob comes onto you, go ahead and have your pet attack him to taunt him off. And go ahead and pull him off of you. Alright, and then go ahead and finish them off with Trick Shot if it's less than, 4 mobs. It's only 2 or 3 mobs, finish them off with Trick Shot as you go. Pretty simple. Alright, and we're back. Hope you enjoyed that. That was a little impromptu thing I ran into a little bit earlier. I felt it would work out good for this build, and I was using the Assassin build for that. I have to apologize though, I did not use Marksman's Pedestal during it like I should have right at the beginning. I was in kind of a hurry and wanted to make sure that I got that footage in here for y'all. So I'm going ahead and switch to my next roll that I'm going to show you, which is my Blade Dancer Marksman Ranger build. Now this is slightly different from what you'll see a lot of people advise you to take. The reason I like this build is that we get 25% hit rating and an extra 15% dexterity from it. On top of that, we have 5% increased dodge, not a big thing, but we can also pick up combat efficiency, which means that each one of our finishers are going to give us energy back depending upon the combo points that are on the target. In this case, I have 2 out of 3 in it, which means I get 2 energy per combo point for finishers that I use. Means that most of the time I'm going to be returning 10 energy when I use a finisher. Increases your DPS slightly by knocking down seconds in between your shots instead of having to wait for energy to build up. We also get combat pose as a buff and sidesteps in case we have a mob on us before our pet can pick it up off of us. Your marksman and ranger builds are going to be standard, just like the other ones. No different from the assassin build. Now for my third roll, I'm going to show you. That's going to be my soloing roll for soloing riffs and elites. It's Bard, Marksman, Ranger. A little bit off from standard. Marksman is the same, 18 points to get Marksman's Pedestal. My Ranger is slightly different. 5-5 in Enduring. Improved Quick Shot, 2. 5-5 in Eagle Eye. 2 in Killing Focus. Only 2 in Blood Rage. 2 in Bestial Fury. 1 in Piercing Shot. 3 in Exposure. 1 in Trick Shot. 3 in Opportunity. 1 in Improved Trick Shot. 1 in Rain of Arrows. 3 in Prey on the Weak, 1 in King of the Jungle, and then 1 point in Hasten Call. You notice I don't pick up Blood Raptor. Reason being is that I'm not going to be using Blood Raptor when I'm in this role, when I'm using this build here. Blood Raptor is not a tanking pet. Blood Raptor is your DPS pet. That is when you're going to be using on boss mobs and rifts, when you're in a group or a raid, when you're in dungeons. That's when you're going to be using your Raptor. When there's a group, when there's someone else tanking. The Raptor does not hold aggro at all. Always use your Razor Beast for your tanking pet if you're solo. Now for the Bard, I put 5 points in Bardic Inspiration, 3 points in Invigorated Soul. That means our cadence is now healing us. 1 point in Anthem of Glory. That increases the armor value of our party, which includes our pet. Then I drop down, put a point in Good Health, and then I come up and put 5 points in Stage Presence, which increases the effectiveness of our fanfares by 30%. And the reason I do that is to increase our fanfare vigor, which is an endurance buff that we give our party and raid members, which includes our pets. And we're also able to pick up Motif of Tenacity, which reduces the damage taken by our party and raid members by 5%. Go ahead and show you how this works a bit in an AoE type situation. Make sure to buff up. Fanfare of Vigor, Anthem of Glory, Feral Instincts, increase our hit chance. Alright, AoE situation here. Pick up that one. Pick up the next guy. Have him move on ahead and pick up that one. Put my heal on him. Have him come over here, pick up this one. Alright, renew my heal. Going ahead, Marksman's Pedestal. Now I'm going to use my cadence since my pet is down a bit. Make sure to use my finishers when I can. Switch targets. Renew my heal on my pet. Cadence. Finisher. Cadence again. And you just want to keep your cadence going to help heal your pet up. Now, since I'm down a ways, I don't have to worry about my cadence too much if I want to. Use it one more time. Alright, now I'm down to the last one. I'm going ahead and use my regular shots to finish them off. There we go. That's how an AoE works with the Bard build. I found each one of these builds to be excellent for leveling. If you want to just go easy all the time and never have to worry about healing your pet, you can stick to the Bard build and just use cadence with your finishers as they become available. I really don't do that. I like to use my other two builds. If I found that, say I'm in, once you get higher level and you're fighting mobs that are maybe 2-3 levels above you, whether it's an invasion or a rift, I like to go on ahead and switch to my Blade Dancer build for that extra hit rating. Yes, the extra hit rating from combat expertise. Yes, you have 3% hit rating from sharpshooter, but that little bit more that you get, especially when mobs are 3 or more levels above you, really helps out. It really helps out a lot. So I like to switch to my Blade Dancer build. If I'm just doing regular questing, I'll go on ahead and use my Marksman Ranger Assassin build for the little bit extra damage that it gives us over the Blade Dancer build. And that's about it. Not a lot of tricks to them, to any of these. Whether you're AoEing or fighting an elite, it's pretty much the standard. Make sure your heal stays on your pet. Make sure you have your marksman's pedestal down. It doesn't have to be up right away. It helps, but you want to make sure that your marksman's pedestal is down. Make sure that you use your cadence if you're in the Bard spec, because that's going to help out everybody. Make sure that you have your buffs. Now also, when you're in the Bard spec, something I forgot to do is use my Motif of Tenacity. You ideally want to keep that up, especially if you're in a group. It helps out the tanks a lot, and helps out with the AoE for the healers a lot as well, the AoE damage that might be coming around. I tend to forget that just because I don't play my Bard spec that often, unless I notice that heals might be lacking for one reason or another when I'm doing invasions or something of that nature. So, but that's pretty much it. Not much left to tell. Ranger's a simple build to level. Not a lot of tricks to it. Your paint techs, your pet tanks, and you make sure you keep your heals up on them. Situational awareness for what's going on around you. If there are any pats or anything like that, your pet can generally pick them up, no problem. It's a great build. I love leveling a ranger. I have a lot of fun with it. I'm never worried about dying when I'm playing this build, for the most part, outside of, invasions that have massive elites in them. But please thumbs up the video if you found it useful. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. If you would like to see something else in the videos, leave a comment, let me know. I appreciate everything. Always looking to put videos out there that are helping the viewers, and there might be certain needs or things you would like to see that I don't do. Have a good day and happy rifting. Oh, and be sure to check out my YouTube channel, and I also have a blog. The link can be found on my YouTube channel page underneath the website, right there on the left hand side, and underneath my information about me, personal information, I guess you could say, somewhat. So check those out. Have a good day and happy rifting.